If you don't overflow with thankfulness, you will probably have a mind that's overrun with anxiety. If you don't overflow with thankfulness, then you're probably going to have a mind that's flooded with fear. You choose. So then, just as you received Christ Jesus as Lord, continue to live in him, rooted, built up in him, strengthened, stable in the faith, overflowing with thankfulness as you were taught. You may have been programmed according to a more pessimistic pattern of thinking, always finding what's wrong. You called that being realistic. Is that really realistic? Or is that just reactive? Going around letting everything else control you? No. My heart is filled with praise today.
If I were you, before you even put your feet on the floor in the morning, or certainly do it within a few minutes after you're up, open your mouth and say, something good is going to happen to me today. And don't stop there. Don't stop there, and go on and make the enemy really mad and say, and something good is going to happen through me today. Something good is going to happen to me, and something good is going to happen through me, because we are blessed to be a blessing. Don't stop at just wanting to be blessed. We're blessed to be a blessing. God told Abraham, I will bless you and I will make you a blessing, causing you to dispense good to others.
When you get up each morning, take time to thank God for the day. Don't just rush out of the house all stressed out. Start the day off with a grateful attitude. All through the day, meditate on his promises. Keep your mind filled with thoughts of hope, faith, thoughts of victory.
Hope is very simply a positive attitude and mindset. The hopeful person absolutely refuses to be negative in any way. Although they recognize and deal with their problems, they remain hopeful in thought, attitude, and conversation all the way through to victory. You can decide today to be full of hope.
Jeremiah said, for I know the plans I have for you, saith the Lord. They're plans for good and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. So what is hope? Hope is based on the substance of what God has done in the past and can do for you today. We have a hope that is built on Jesus Christ, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. We have a hope that is anchored to the Rock of Ages. We have a hope that is based upon the Word of the living God. Hope achieves the impossible.
I don't get out of bed in the morning before I do this. I sit on the edge of my bed before my feet touch the ground, and I just say this, dear God, it's another day. And if I don't get anything else done today, I want to know you a little bit better, and I want to love you a little bit more. And if at the end of the day that life sucked, that day sucked, everything went wrong, it was terrible, I sinned, there were mistakes, there were all kinds of grief and problems and difficulties. If at the end of the day I know God a little bit better and love him a little bit more, I didn't waste that day. On the other hand, it doesn't matter how many things you accomplish, how many things you achieve, how famous you become, how much money you make. If at the end of each day you don't know God a little bit better and love him a little bit more, you just wasted that day. Because God did not create you and put you on earth just to mark things off your to-do list.
Before my feet even hit the floor, before I actually physically get out of bed, I just take a moment to remember, and one of my favorite verses for the morning is Psalm 143, verse 8. And it says, let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I've placed my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life.
There's this weird misconception that as a Christian, you're going to live in such a way that you're no longer going to have the issues that the world has, and that's not true. Despite the issues in our world today, as Christians, we have something they don't have. We have hope. They don't have hope. Christians don't have less problems. We just have the ultimate solution. We don't have less trials. We just have the power to sustain us through the trials. We don't avoid dark moments. We just have his light to guide us through them. Aren't you thankful for Jesus?
When you wake up in the morning, say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already.
And if the power that raised Christ from the dead is available to you, how dare you be hopeless? We can be a lot of things. Hopeless, not allowed. Not if we know Christ.